Hi, my name is Salim. Today I'm going to talk about the current topic, biodiversity. Biodiversity represents the knowledge gained by evolving species over millions of years about how to survive through the vastly varying environmental conditions Earth has experienced. The value of biodiversity can also be understood through the lens of relationship we form and strive for each other and the rest of the nature. We may value biodiversity because how it shapes who we are, our relationship to each other, and social norms. These relational values are part of people, individual, and collective sense of well-being, responsibility for, and connection with the environment. The different values placed on biodiversity are important because they can influence the conservational decision people make every day. Recent work considering diversity at a genetic level has suggested that creatures thought to be a single species could be in some cases actually be in dozens. Then add in bacteria and viruses and number of distinct organisms may well be in billions. A single spoonful of soil, which ultimately provide 90% of all food, contains 10 to 50,000 different types of bacteria. The concern is that many species are being lost before we are even aware of them or the role they play in circle of life. Tiger numbers, for example, have plunged by 97% in the last century. In many places, bigger animals have already been wiped out by Homo sapien. Think about dodos or mammoths. The place of extinction of species is today estimated to be 1,000 times higher than it was before humans took control of the world, possibly even quicker than the losses that occurred after a huge meteorite wiped out the dinosaurs 65 million years ago. Some scientists believe that sixth mass extinction has already begun. Seen like that, humanity is currently burning the library of life. So, what is destroying biodiversity? We are particularly as a human population rises, wild areas are raised to create farmland, housing an industrial site, poaching and unstable hunting for food is another major factor. More than 300 animal species are being eaten to extinction, ranging from chimps to hippos to bats. Pollution is also a killer with long-lived industrial pollutants causing substantial harm to orcas and dolphins. Rivers and lakes may have been taken by brunt of the damage, with freshwater animals in these environmental plummeting by 81% since 1970 as a result of massive water extraction for crops and people. Loss of biodiversity is a greater threat to humanity than climate change. Changes to the climate are reversible, even it takes centuries of millennia. But once species become extinct, particularly those known to scientists, there is no going back. However, the population is rising. The wildlife reserve do not work if they hinder local people making a living. The poaching crisis for elephant, rhinos in Africa is an extreme example. So what can be done? Giving nature the space and protection it needs the only answer. Apparent solution is to create wildlife reserves and the worldly present safeguard 15% of land and 7% of ocean. Some scientists suggest, however, that help of the land surface should be kept aside for natural areas. Clearing land for livestock, soy palm oil, lumber, and litter kills the majority of animals. Majority of us eat these goods on daily basis. The falling yields expected from climate change and the world's growing global population faces a food problem. These are tens of thousands of wild, rarely cultivated species that could provide a richly varied range of nutritious food and resistant to disease and tolerant of the changing environment. Protecting diversity could also tackle widespread nutritious problems. Thank you.